Hi everyone, welcome back to the Change Your Mind podcast. I'm your host, Kris Ashley. And today I'm really excited for the show. I'm going to talk about 4 different tips that you can use for self-care. And self-care is so important. So let's get right into it. Hi, I'm Kris. When I was younger, I went through trauma that caused me to feel broken and lost. But my life changed after I had a spiritual awakening. Since then, I've dedicated my life to studying and learning from masters all around the world that have helped me to create a life of fulfillment and abundance beyond my wildest dreams. Now I'm dedicated to sharing everything I've learned so that you don't have to suffer for decades like I did. I've seen people's lives completely transform, and I share it all right here. So self-care is such an important thing to work into your schedule every single day. So these days we can get so swept up in our jobs, our social lives, our families, our kids, our partners, and we forget to really slow down and do things that make us feel good and are good for us. Prioritize yourself. When you are properly taking care of yourself, you are healthier, you have more vitality, and this makes your manifesting all the more powerful. Plus, as the old saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. So here are 4 different categories for self-care. Try to hit something from each list every day, or at least be mindful of it. Now, if none of the things that I list out, because I'm going to give you some examples for each, if none of those appeal to you, then do something else you love for that category. And if you've never heard of some of these things, go try them. Remember, getting out of your comfort zone is good for you. So let's get right into it. Category 1, I like to call delight your senses every single day. And really, it's about relaxing and releasing tension on a daily basis. Now, your stress, your tension can get so built up, and it puts us in a sympathetic nervous state, right? A fight, flight, or freeze. And we get so wound up. And if you don't take time every single day to just unwind that tension and relax, you can make yourself sick. You can give yourself a disease, which is dis-ease. It can cause pain. Stress does all sorts of crazy things to your body, as you probably know. So even just 15 minutes of coming down into a parasympathetic nervous state of relaxing can make a world of difference in your life. So let's get into some ideas. All right, so you can take a warm bath. You can use essential oils. That's one of my favorite things to do. Listen to a guided meditation. There's tons of free ones on YouTube and Spotify. Go to a sound healing meditation. Those are incredible. Practice self-hypnosis on yourself. I love Jose Silva's technique. Get a Reiki treatment. Get a massage. Read an uplifting book or watch an uplifting documentary. Listen to relaxing music. Go get an acupuncture treatment. Those are magical. Practice pranayama, which is breath work. Laugh with your best friend. You could go to a bhakti yoga session where you get to chant and stimulate your vagus nerve, which we'll talk about in a moment. Get a network spinal analysis session. If you've never had that, those are incredible. Listen to binaural beats with your headphones where there's a different rhythm in each ear and it puts you into a trance. Even just a few times or make any kind of noise that helps you release tension. So all of these things reduce stress, calms your nervous system, brings you into a parasympathetic state, which is rest, digest, and create and heal. And it boosts your immune system as a result. So again, when you don't find time to find time for relaxation every day, that tension becomes built up and repressed. And when your body is under stress and in a sympathetic state, you're unable to do crucial things like digest, detox, and heal. So try to get out into the sun for 20 minutes every day, especially in the morning to soak up the beneficial red light. Invest in blue blocking glasses for the evening time as you start to wind down. This will help your circadian rhythm, melatonin production, and so much more. Because red light, which is infrared light, from the sun first thing in the morning stimulates collagen. It increases bone healing and it heals wounds. It is proven to be anti-aging and reduces wrinkles and scars. Now, infrared light around sunrise preconditions our skin to protect us from those damaging UVA and UVB lights that come out a bit later, which is why you're less likely to burn later in the day if you get out in the morning sun. And it's also important because you need that daytime sun later on because you need to soak up some vitamin D through it. So if you're able to tolerate it more, even better. Now, later morning sun is critical in making nitric oxide, which is the same thing that we release when we exercise. It also increases energy and memory. It's anti-aging. And finally, it triggers the production of serotonin and dopamine, and it releases endorphins, so it makes you feel really good. Now, on the other hand, artificial blue light, such as that found in electronic screens, can cause short-sightedness, even blindness, obesity, diabetes, brain degeneration, tons of hormonal issues, and so much more. And it also messes up your sleep patterns, which is why I recommend putting on blue blocking glasses before bed, because it disrupts your natural melatonin production. So if you're looking at your computer screen or your phone screen before bed, that blue light can do a lot of damage. Now, as I mentioned earlier, your vagus nerve is so important, and you want to stimulate it every day. So your vagus nerve is a major component in stress relief. It has about 100,000 nerve fibers, parasympathetic nerve fibers, that connect to your brain, passes past your vocal box, your voice box, touches every organ in your body. It touches your psoas muscles in your hips, and it is the most complex cranial nerve found in your body. And it's the primary component of your parasympathetic nervous system. And it also activates your gut microbiome, which can modulate inflammation and affect your brain and behavior. So it's pretty fascinating. So things like singing, humming, primal screaming can all stimulate your vagus nerve because remember, it passes past your voice box. And this can help release tension from your body. It's really wild. So when I teach my yoga classes, if you've ever taken a yoga class with me at Unite by Yoga, which is the yoga company I own, I teach vibrational breaths. So I teach HA ha's, HM hms, flutters of your lips. And these don't just sound cool, they release heat and tension from your body by stimulating your vagus nerve. So all makes sense. All right, so number 2 on our list is cleanse your friend list. So your diet is not just what you eat. It is the music you listen to, what you watch on TV, the media you consume, especially on social media nowadays. And most importantly for this topic, it's the people that you surround yourself with. So be mindful of what you put into your body and your energy field. Now, one of the best pieces of advice from successful people is to surround yourself with people who already have what you want, because the conversation is different in those circles. Now, your life is the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, or if you don't spend time with anyone, probably the 5 accounts that you follow on social media. But if we're talking about in person, these 5 people, notice what the people that you spend the most time with talk about. Are they talking about groundbreaking ideas, personal development, ways to better humanity and the planet, exciting new business opportunities, investment ideas, deep conversations about the universe or aliens or wisdom teachings or the great mysteries of life and love? Or are they gossiping, indulging in drama, or talking poorly about other people? In other words, are they expanding or contracting your point of view? So the people you surround yourself with greatly influence your success in all areas of your life. So seek out positive groups of influences. Join groups of people who are doing and talking about what you want. And it doesn't even have to be all mystical and spiritual, right? If you want to write a book, join a writer's group. If you want to invest in real estate, go to a real estate investment meetup or a seminar. In other words, get friends who inspire you, right? And who not only celebrate your successes, but also challenge you to grow and inspire you, right? When you have to have new ideas. Because friends who just go along with the flow aren't making you grow at all, right? That's why friends who can call you out on your bullshit are priceless, because they love you, right? And they know you can do better. Now, the problem with hanging out with people with lower standards than you is they'll try to pull you back. And they don't often do this consciously, right? Like, they don't want to hurt you. It's actually the opposite. They love you and they want you to be happy, but they may also subconsciously be fearful that if you change and grow, they'll lose you. So they'll say things like, don't work so hard. Come have a drink tonight instead. Or they'll find ways to undermine what you're doing and working on. So you don't want to lower your standards so that you don't make others feel bad about themselves, right? If you find yourself in that situation, check your friend group. Instead, surround yourself with people who have such high standards that you can't help but rise to meet them. And, it's fine to also be the person who inspires your friends, but make sure that you also have friends who inspire you too. Now, one type of person to watch out for are people who act like friends, but are actually envious of you. Now, these people likely don't want to truly see you succeed, right? You can pick out these sneaky people from the crowd by the way they act and the language they use. If they don't seem excited about positive things that happen to you, if they talk more about themselves and don't seem interested in your life unless something's going wrong, if they are often competing against you and use language that makes it pretty obvious they're jealous, then they probably aren't adding very much to your life. Friends should lift each other up, not see each other as competition or try to bring each other down. And then the one group that I absolutely always avoid are negative people who only ever complain and make you feel drained. These are energy vampires. You have to protect your precious energy. Because remember, what you focus on is what you will attract. And listening to someone else's constant drama and gossip and negativity can affect your own energy field and just drag you down. And, that's not to say that you can't comfort someone in need, but pay attention to people's patterns of behavior and their speech, and make intelligent choices about who's worth your time and attention. Because your time, energy, and attention are your currency in this world. You have to invest them wisely. All right, number 3, move your body. Go for a walk in nature. Practice yoga. Maybe with me at Unite by Yoga. We have online sliding scale classes. I'll just do that plug. Lift weights, dance, swim, practice martial arts, or find some movement modality every day. Even if it's just for 15 minutes. Even if it's gentle stretching or qigong or tai chi or chair yoga. They even make seated elliptical machines that fit underneath your chair, like underneath your desk at work. Whatever it takes. Exercise boosts your mood. It relieves stress. It keeps your body strong and flexible. It reduces pain. It enhances your cognitive abilities. Gives you energy, gives you better sleep, helps you keep your muscles and bones healthy. Like, the list goes on and on and on. And there are so many wonderful reasons to move your body every day. And no matter what level of fitness you're at, there is always something you can do to get started. Go for a 5-minute walk if that's a lot for you. You don't have to start with an hour. All right, finally, number 4, keep adding to your pile of goodness. Do things that bring you joy. We are here to have experiences as human beings on planet Earth, so go experience it. Being spiritual or successful doesn't mean you have to live up in this monastery high in the Himalayas and practice celibacy and give up all your worldly possessions. And it also doesn't mean that you have to live in this mega mansion and go on expensive retreats and be into biohacking and all that latest health apps, right? Like some of those like Hollywood guru types. If those things appeal to you and they make you feel fulfilled, then by all means, just go do them. But you don't need outside things, is my point. Inner peace and self-love come from within. And don't try to be anything you're not. Be true to yourself, because this is so important for you to hear. The world would be missing something without your unique energy. That energy, that source that created stars and trees and planets and the dinosaurs and the oceans and dolphins, decided that there needed to be one of you too. So you are here for a purpose. So I know plenty of people who say that they're spiritual, right? They're into crystals, they post positive quotes on social media, they get their tarot cards read, maybe they practice yoga, and they still haven't found inner peace. And I know people who say that they are religious or who are religious, who attend group prayer and dress in a certain way and avoid certain foods and study their sacred texts, who hold such strong judgment of others that it teeters on hatred. And finally, I know people who own their own businesses and belong to country clubs and love fashion and fine wine, who are beacons of kindness and joy and compassion and generosity. You don't have to be anything special. You don't have to do anything special to be worthy and deserving of love. That is already your birthright simply because you exist. You came from love, you are love, you go back to love. Now, you could still be a good person if you travel the world and go on exotic food tours and dance in nightclubs and play video games, invest in the stock market, buy real estate, watch football, or anything else. You just got to make sure you're doing those things for the right reason, right? They bring you joy. They bring you a sense of self-love, a sense of peace, a sense of harmony, a sense of feeling alive and experiencing this human experience. Because you just don't want them to stem from fear, right? Or bring feelings of guilt or shame or serve as a way for you to avoid your feelings, right? We talk a lot about repressed emotions, or I do in my content. So being spiritual also doesn't mean you have to be serious all the time, right? Like, have fun, laugh. Life is a game. It is fun. Enjoy your life. Do things that make you happy and add to your life, right? The key to happiness is to keep adding to your pile of goodness and take away the things that stress you out or that hurt you or that don't serve you. So eventually the scales tip and the pile of goodness becomes really, really big. So do things out of love, things that bring you joy and peace, things that make you feel alive, and go out there, try some things. Let me know in the comments how it went for you. Again, I'm Kris Ashley. This is Change Your Mind with Kris Ashley. My book is out. I'm so excited about that. It's available in paperback, in ebook, on audiobook. It's all over. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble, Google Books, Apple Books, Books A Million, Walmart. Go find it. Please read it. Please share about it on social media. Go rate it 5 stars. Leave a review. All of those things mean a lot to me. And let's help spread all the good word and help raise the level of consciousness in humanity. You can also find me online everywhere. I'm at Change Your Mind with Kris on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm Change Your Mind with Kris Ashley on Facebook. My podcast, of course. So yeah, find me everywhere and connect with me, say hi, and let's change the world together. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day.